But other kids don't have the same teaching that she do. She still have to live with those kids. She still grew up in the same system.
Is she afraid for her life?
You know what? That particular daughter might be.
And that's what it is, bro. It's not about, and I hate the way that she's phrasing it, because the way she's phrasing it is a lie, and we all know it's a lie.
Preacher.
I'm
an associate minister at Greater Faith Missionary Baptist Church.
And National Association. What is the NAACP?
You black, you don't know?
No.
National Association for the Advancement of Colored People.
Colored people, yeah.
We're gonna pull your card.
I know. You probably won't find mine there. But let me ask, do black people need the NAACP now?
NAACP.
I think it's more relevant now than before.
And why?
Because with all the race issues, the KKK hasn't left. They just changed their robes. They went from white robes to black robes, then they're now judges and policemen.
And so what is the NAACP doing to stop the KKK and stuff like that? What are they doing to stop it?
So part of what we do is, in Compton, you know, the race relations with the law enforcement is not a good one. It should be better because we have mostly African American elected officials, but the police and law enforcement does not look like the community.
So here's my thoughts on this, because I already know where this conversation is going. All these conversations are pretty much the same, where you have a black leader, such as the one who's the president of the NAACP in Compton, which is ironically one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in America. But I digress. And the debate is not on real black issues, or I'm not going to say real, but the biggest black issues. It's on police brutality, which is an easy thing to focus on because it doesn't happen that often. So it's very easy to focus on because in real day-to-day time, you don't have to do too much stuff to really fix it. So where am I going with this? It really does frustrate me that every time I watch these videos of black leaders saying that they're black leaders, they never, ever focus on issues that affect the black community every single day, such as reading levels and, people don't like the phrase, but black on black crime or black crime, homicide specifically. I'm going to talk about homicide specifically. These things are happening in inner cities every day where our education levels are stagnated, our marriage levels are stagnated, which that's more of a social issue, but nonetheless, but our homicide levels are not stagnated. They're going up. We're disproportionately killing each other. So I really want her to focus on these at least once in this video, but let's see how many times she mentions any of these issues.
The problem in Compton is more with the blacks and Mexicans than it is with police.
Not really.
They hate each other over there.
Well, they hate each other. They're a product of their community. They've been taught that.
Who taught the blacks and Mexicans to hate one another?
Systematic racism. It's by design. They both have the same economic property. They have the same issues and problems. But if you have issues, for instance, if you have black gangs and Latino gangs, some of the issues with law enforcement is that they're gang members too. They just wear uniforms. But some of the law enforcement put the gangs against each other. They may take you from one set and put you in another one.
So
or they do things that make you think that another set is doing it when they're not. You
saying that white people are causing blacks and Mexicans to hate each other in Compton?
White people, and I'm not necessarily saying white people, I'm saying it's not necessarily them. The system itself.
Who is the system?
Well, it comes from...
Well, you said systemic racism, so you implied it was a different race that was operating the system. Nonetheless,
white people from the system, the government itself. I'm saying it's like they inherited stuff. For instance, if you don't, the educational system in Compton, if you don't teach your children how to work to get along, they're separating everything they do. They don't learn each other's culture. Once they're taught to understand each other and their differences and accept them, they won't tend to hate each other.
Who should teach them to treat the fellow man in the right way? The system or the parents?
I think it should come from home, but I think you can only teach what you know.
Who is the system?
The system is, we say white people, but they're not necessarily in charge. Even black people, they have an ideology that they're not black. There's some black people that don't like to be around black people, or there are some black people that think they've arrived and don't think racism exists. They're part of the problem too.
What's a quote-unquote African American thinking? What kind of thinking is that?
As for me as an African American,
When you said that those blacks who don't think like that.
well, because some people think that black people should be a certain way, right? Some black people think, because I made it out, I don't want to come back to Compton. I want to live in Beverly Hills or another environment, but they think that I don't really like how black people live. They think, to me, you make your environment. I have black young ladies. My oldest daughter is a school teacher in Compton, but she also studied abroad in South Africa. She studied abroad in London. She graduated with honors from Clark University, born and raised in the inner city. But like you said, from her home, we taught her self-respect, self-love.
Right.
But when she go to school, when other kids don't have the same teaching that she do, she still have to live with those kids. She still grew up in the same system.
Is she afraid for her life?
You know what? That particular daughter might be.
And that's what it is, bro. It's not about, and I hate the way that she's phrasing it, because the way she's phrasing it is a lie, and we all know it's a lie. She's trying to say that, oh, these people don't want to live near black people. They don't want to operate near black people. These racist white people and even racist black people don't want to live near other black people, which is not the truth. They don't want to fear for their life and live in the hood. That's the truth. Nobody wants to live in the hood. That's what's happening. It's that simple. Nobody wants to fear for their life when they are trying to walk to the park or something or something like that. And those are the dangers that come from living in the hood. It's just true. Duh. It's not about what race is there. Yes, predominantly the hood in Compton is predominantly black. But it's not the black people. It's the hood people. It's the hood mentality. It's cars getting broken into. It's people getting robbed. It's people getting shot. It's the trash on the ground. If you ever been to the hood, it's the trash. It's the scenery. It looks dirty. It's the 20 people standing at the bus stop. It's the crack fiends. That's what people don't want to live around. It's the danger of sending your kid to school. That's what people don't want. That's why people don't live there. Yes, I'm going to say 100% of people would rather live in Beverly Hills than Compton. And it's not because there's less black people there. That's not the case at all. It's because it's less hood. It's more scenery. Their property taxes are higher, so their schools are probably better. It's literally that simple. And she's trying to phrase it from a racist perspective, and that's not the case.
Her way of thinking is maybe she's a little more sheltered. Now, I have another daughter just the opposite of her. She went to Compton High School, grew up in Compton, so she can hang with Compton, but they could go to school in Torrance.
She's more of a gangster.
Yeah, she's more of a...
And then the other girl is more of a white woman.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, because she went to school in Torrance with the white kids. So,
see that?
Yeah.
So it's not the white man then?
Because, but my parents didn't teach me to think the way I do.
They didn't teach you to hate?
No, my parents think I'm kind of a rebel.
Right.
They think that I'm like Afrocentric, like I'm like Black Panther. They didn't teach me that because my parents are just the opposite of that.
Right.
They're like, can we all just get along?
Right. So why did you become so radical and you had a good father and mother teaching you the right way? What happened to you?
Because that wasn't the right way. That was the submissive wrong way to accept whatever. The right way is to be able to stand up for yourself and to fight injustices and don't be a coward.
Did your parents teach you not to speak up?
Well, they wouldn't do what I do. They wouldn't speak up. They just take it.
But they didn't teach you not to speak up, right?
Like if I was in school and I didn't think things was right, I would say something about it. And my mom would be like, well, it'll be okay. Don't worry about it. It's like, no, it won't be okay until we make it okay. If it's wrong, we have to address it.
But it's only getting worse with you speaking up rather than getting better. You notice that?
It depends on what perspective you're looking at, if it's worse or not.
You said that the injustice is still there. Blacks are going to jail.
Well,
the Mexicans and blacks are hating one another.
Right. So your perspective is, if it's getting worse because the people are still in control that is doing what they do. For instance, in our community, with home loans and things, mortgages and predatory lenders, they're in our community more so than any other community. There are things that are allowed to happen in our community that wouldn't happen anywhere else. Law enforcement in our community, and I think it's a shame that the things that you see, human trafficking, prostitution on the street, you don't see that things in other community, and it's not because we don't have any different law enforcement. Is it because law enforcement don't care in the Compton community and they may care in Beverly Hills or anywhere?
And here's the problem with what she's saying. She's being very slick about it, and I don't think she's doing it from a malicious standpoint, but she keeps saying our community, our as in black communities, but that's not our community. There are affluent black communities where these issues don't happen. The problem is hood communities. And she's trying to equate black communities to hood communities, and they're not the same thing. In hood communities, you see people being over-policed. In hood communities, you see poor schools. In hood communities, you see things like this. This is not a black community, because when you say black community, what you're saying is no matter the economic level, these things will happen, which is not the case. These things are specifically happening at the lower economic levels, at the more dangerous economic levels. The only difference is these levels tend to be black in areas like Compton. But that does not mean that these are black communities. These are hood communities.
That's because you people are allowing them to be that way. You're allowing
Who
that
is
to
your
happen.
people?
The blacks and Mexicans that live over there.
So what they supposed to do about it?
Get out and protest and stop it. Be decent people and stop it. They're only doing it because the people are corrupt.
That's exactly right. And they're only doing it because they're allowed to do it. So who's corrupt? Our leaders are corrupt that work with them. Either they're corrupt or they're afraid.
Right. The
Law
leaders
enforcement is a tough gangsters.
Right, but they don't have to be if the citizenry were tough. But they're not tough. They're immoral. They're morally bankrupt. So if the people are corrupt, then the government will be corrupt.
Well, if the government is corrupt and the people are scared or weak, a lot of them don't know what to do. A lot of them, like our elders, believe that you should respect, and they were taught to respect law enforcement no matter what. But you can cooperate with the police, do whatever you're supposed to do with the police, and you could still wind up in jail or dead. When an officer come to you, you're going to say, yes, sir, yes, master. Or will you say, why did you stop me? Is it okay to question them?
Yes,
It is
but
okay.
you can say, why did you stop me? But do not give attitude, follow the instruction of the police officer, and you can walk away.
And that's a good thing. And
But the blacks are not doing
if
that.
you do that. Nothing will happen,
Right,
right?
right.
Where are you from? That might happen.
Alabama?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, what?
You've been taught that.
Taught what?
Obey.
Obey what?
Obey the white man.
Obey the white man. No one taught me that.
Oh, they didn't teach you that?
I've never
They
taught
should
that.
have.
Why?
Because
What?
it's good to obey the white man.
I'm sorry?
It's good to obey the white man. Then you won't get in trouble. Then you won't get shot. You won't be labeled a thug. I want to ask Sandra Bland what happened.
Sandra
my God,
Bland?
bro.
I wanna
She
ask you what
acted
happened.
out.
Because
She wouldn't
questioned them?
follow instructions. She would give a lip service. She
Because
didn't
she
want
asked
her hand
questions?
to. She didn't want to be arrested.
Well,
And
she didn't do anything wrong.
She committed suicide. The officer did not kill her. She had already tried, according to all the reports, she had tried to commit suicide prior to going to jail. And once she went to jail, nobody came to get her. She called her folks. Nobody showed up. She ended up, and there was a witness who said she committed suicide. You don't believe that?
No, I don't believe that.
So you just don't want to believe the truth.
That's the truth.
You'd rather believe the lie over the truth, right?
And here's my problem, bro. I said it at the beginning of the video, and I'll say it again. Every time, and if I'm wrong, call me out. But you're going to start noticing a trend. Every time you see a video with an African American or a Black American or whatever American leader that is black, you will notice a trend. You will notice that the biggest issues in the black community, they do not talk about. They're not going to talk about our literacy levels. They're not going to talk about homicide rates in black communities. Like she said, black communities. She's not going to talk about it. She's talking about Sandra Bland. Rest in peace to Sandra Bland. Rest in peace. I don't want this to turn into those type of videos. No, that's not my goal at all. What I'm talking about is that she's the leader, the NAACP president of Compton, or however they do it. I don't know how they do it. And rather than talking about issues that are affecting young black boys and young black women today, right now in society, you're talking about this. And you haven't even mentioned the other issues. You know what? It really frustrates me because I've watched these type of videos too much and the issues never come up. They talk about figures to point to police brutality, which is a extremely objectively rare occurrence. So not only are you polarizing the police officers from these black communities, like you said, although minority police officers exist, not all police officers are white men. Shocker. Not only are you polarizing them from the communities that need them the most, you're bringing up issues that objectively don't even happen that often.
I don't know that that's the truth. I'd rather believe that she did not kill herself. I believe she was
Why would
killed.
you rather believe a lie?
And it's frustrating because I don't even want, it's like I don't even want to listen to this because I've heard this so many times. I rarely hear issues that actually affect people. Like, for example, if you guys don't know, I have a YouTube channel where I teach people about engineering, and I just did a video on how to make a resume, and I'm having another video come out on what's the best major to pick, and I have another video that's coming out, hasn't dropped yet, on what is it about? Engineering traps or people or traps that people fall into when they go to college. Because in young communities, not even black, in communities today, a lot of young people don't know how to pick college degrees. They don't know how to build a life for themselves. So I'm trying to help people on issues that will actually make a real difference. But these conversations to me honestly don't make a real difference on the future and don't make a real difference on helping people. It's just for rage bait. And I'm tired of hearing it. I really am tired of hearing it because I'm trying to be a real leader. I'm trying to make tips for people to actually build themselves up. And you're talking about police brutality, which the average person has never dealt with. But nonetheless, let me know what you guys think about this video. My name is Jojo, and I'll see you on the next one.